Today we're off to Salzburg, and I'm hoping we get a little bit of the sound of music today. I also want to show you what it's like to celebrate on tour. And stay right to the end if you want to see what happens on the hill. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. Let's take a look at the map. So we sailed through the night and we'll be arriving at Linz today. We have a signature experience in Salzburg. So a coach will pick us up and take us to Salzburg for a Sound of Music themed tour. When we're finished, coach will take us back to the ship, which will be waiting for us in Passau. Now I'm really excited for today. And I'm up early. That's why it's 14 degrees. It's only 4 a.m, but it's my birthday today. More of that later. Let's take a look at what we're wearing. So it's going to be hot. It's going to get up to 28 degrees. So we have shorts and t-shirts on, our runners because we're going to be on those cobblestones again, hats because it's hot outside, sunglasses, sunscreen, and we will take our drink bottles with us. Looking at the itinerary, today we have a signature experience all about the sound of music. So we'll be doing a tour of Salzburg. We'll hear about the history, a little bit of Sound of Music history, and then we're off to have lunch on a hill with the Sound of Music. After lunch, we get back on that coach. We're going to travel to Passau, where we'll join up with the ship again. Now let's just take a moment to look at this a little bit more closely. I'm sorry, it's a little bit blurred, but we're going to be leaving at 8:15. It's really important, if you're a gentle walker, make sure you take that card because we will be doing a walking tour. Now you can see in that second paragraph there, they've given us some approximate times of how the day will run. You might note that it says there, remember your passports. We don't always need to take passports, but today we do. And lastly, if you don't want to go into Salzburg and do any of this tour, you can stay on the ship and just cruise along and meet us in Passau. I know it's early, but let's start the day this way. Well, that was one way to start breakfast, and this is the other way. I had some yogurt, and today I had eggs Benedict. We have a little time after breakfast to get ready, but it's an 8:15 start. Let's go. It's steep this morning. And it's not only steep, but we seem to be walking around a maze. Now they do have slip mats down so we won't slip, but you're up and over and then on to here. Here we are. Thank you. Here we are in Linz. And yes, it's my birthday today. Our day starts with an hour 45 minutes on the coach. Okay, we've just gotten off the bus and the ground's pretty good. Lots of buses around and lots of people waiting for the bus room. Now, you know I'm not going to tell you what anything is or any of the history about it, but I just want to talk while you're looking at some of these sneak peeks. Now, this was advertised as a Sound of Music themed tour. I had in my mind that I was going to have a tour guide that looked like this, but I didn't, and I was a little bit disappointed. I also thought I would get some history on the making of the Sound of Music, but that wasn't to be. Now, they separated us into groups as per our bus, and we ended up with a lovely guide. Don't get me wrong, she was lovely, but she told us straight up she wasn't into all the Sound of Music stuff, only the history. Now, we wanted to hear the history as well. I wanted a blend of both. And so I couldn't help but keep wishing I would have been on the other group. They would have had the blend of both that I was looking for. Once we realised the difference, it was too late to change. So let's just continue on, looking at the ground. The ground now is big, flat pavers, not cobblestones. Sorry, that was a bit fast. We're just about to cross the road. There is a little bit of a dip there, and we're actually crossing in a crossing that had lights, so the traffic had all stopped. The other thing to mention is, as we're walking around, we did have some stairs. Now, when we're in cathedrals, I always remind you to look up. Well, don't forget, sometimes you need to look up when you're on the outside of a building as well. Okay, our walking tour is over. Now we have about 50 minutes of free time, and this is our meeting point. As you can see, there's some seats around where you can sit and wait, but the tour guide did tell us the way to where all the good shopping was and if we wanted to go to a cafe and get a drink. So we head towards the shops because I'm looking for a cuckoo clock. Well, actually, it's a cuckoo clock and barometer at the same time. It was a clock that I had when I was a child, and it looks something like this, but I can't find it. We head off in the direction where the shops are, and we found lots of little stalls along the way, but we also found this.
I'll just be behind you, Paul.
Well, my love of clocks just went to a whole new level, but we did see some other clocks along the way. I can't help but wonder why they have so many clocks. Is it because they're always late, or are they never late? And we are walking on cobblestones here. Little courtyards everywhere. Shops.
Mama wil dat ook graag zo.
Little shops everywhere. And there's lots of food stalls around as well. This is like set up like little markets. And we also found the washrooms. This is just to show you the crowd. It was about 11:30. Well, we finished our shopping and we were unsuccessful with my cuckoo clock, but we went back to our meeting point. And while we were there, we came across the other tour guide. And I did mention to her how I wished I had her and that I wanted a bit more of the Sound of Music history. So she said to me she was about to go over to the gardens where a lot of the filming had been done. Would I like to go with her? Well, a group of us, we joined her and off we went. We've made it, and it was only approximately 10 minutes to get here. And the gardens are beautiful. Finally, I got what I was looking for. The guide told us all sorts of stories about the making of the Sound of Music. She explained different things to us. I reenacted some of the moves from the movie. Oh dear, that's really bad. And the stairs where they sing. No, I'm not going to sing for you, but I have somebody that will.
A deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so, tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to
And just as I thought my day couldn't get any better.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you.
What can I say? My day has gone from being a little bit flat to my heart's just overflowing with joy. This is the tour I wanted. Okay, it's time to head back now. Now, as we're crossing across the bridge, I do want to mention the love locks. Before I left Australia, I thought about getting a lock, having my husband and my initials engraved in it, and the number 43, which is how many years we've been married. But then when I did my research, I found out that it costs them a lot of money to have all these locks cut off because they weigh the bridge down. So instead, we just took a selfie with the love locks in the background. Okay, we've made it back to the meeting place. Now we just have to wait for the others. Back on the coach and we're off to lunch. The views from here are amazing, even as you look out the windows. And lunch is about to be served before our concert. was a nice way to announce lunch is ready. And here is the lunch. So this is the chicken. And hubby had the chicken as well. For dessert was strudel. But now it's time to enjoy the concert. Now I'm sure most of you know this music, so I'm going to leave in a little bit longer sneak peek. If you don't want to see it, skip to the end where I sing the song for you. Oh dear. Do you remember how I woke you up this morning? Well, take a look at this. Well, with lunch and the concert over, we head outside and we have just a few minutes for me to do this.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Well, that was take 3. If you want to see take 1 and 2, oh boy, I'll put them at the end. It's not good. Okay, back on the coach now, and we're going to make our way back to Passau. And the trip back to the ship will take approximately 2 hours, and we're just going to sit back and enjoy the views. Well, that 2 hours passed quickly. Or maybe there was a nap in there. Anyway, the ship is here. It's waiting for us. And look what else is waiting for us. We're invited to the Gruner's Bar. And it's for tonight. Well, that just tops my day off. We quickly get ready and head down to the Gruner's Bar. But wait, it's not here. Hopefully you watched my last video and you saw where I talked about the different specialty restaurants. So yes, we go outside, up the stairs and to the front door, which is on deck now. Now, I forgot to take a photo as I came in, but I did get this from APT's website. As you can see, there's not a lot of tables, but it makes it really intimate. I love that about it. The atmosphere was lovely. I must say, though, I will be truthful. I did find it a little bit casual to what I was expecting. There was no tablecloth, and the knife and fork was placed on top of a serviette on top of a plate. It just felt a little bit casual to me for a specialty restaurant. But that's the only thing. Everything else was really lovely. So this restaurant focuses on sharing plates. Let's take a look at the menu. So here's the drinks. And here's the menu. It was a little bit confusing at first on how we were to order our food. But then they explained that most of the dishes were for sharing. Let's take a look at the food. This is the beef. And I'd seen this on one of the ads for APT, the fish sandwich, and it was delicious. This is the vol au vent, and it deserves taking a closer look at it. There it is. And then this was the chicken. And then this happened. Our tour director, some of the heads of staff and some of the crew hand-delivered this birthday cake to me. I was so surprised because I didn't think I was getting a cake this year. They also sang happy birthday to me, and so did everybody else in the restaurant. So, of course, when I cut it up, I shared with everyone.
It's my birthday and I'm 21.
Oh dear, and I hadn't had any alcohol. And this was my lineup of desserts. How did that happen? After dinner, it's time to head back to our cabin, and we were just sailing away from the dock. So I took these few photos before I went down to my room. And just when I think it was done, I get back to my room to discover this. A beautiful card with lovely words from the APT Ostara team. Now, what I do want to say about all of this is if you have something you're about to celebrate, make sure that they know. Thanks to my husband, he let them know, but they were already on top of it and they made me feel so special. So if there's anyone from APT watching, I just want to say thank you. You made me feel so very special on a day where I was so far away from family and friends. Well, that's been a full day, but coming up in our next video, we've been talking for the past couple of days about the water levels being very low. Well, tonight I also got this letter. Yes, a ship swap is going to happen. So that means we're going to stay docked tomorrow, but we'll be exploring the town of Passau and back in the afternoon to pack up for the ship swap that will happen the next day. Okay, I told you there'd be more singing. How about this?
Start again.
Hang on, let's see.
Oh boy, you've had all my emotions lately, haven't you? From crying in the last one to being overjoyed in this one. I had a great birthday, so make sure you let them know if you're celebrating something. Now, did you enjoy that video? I hope you did. Give me a thumbs up. Are you new to my channel? Have you subscribed? Have you been watching me for a while and you haven't subscribed yet? Well, please help me out. Subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell. You won't miss any videos that way. But if you subscribe or give me a thumbs up, that really helps me out. YouTube will then share it with more people. It costs you nothing. Thanks for your support, everybody.